Us right now. Brinda, thank you so much for joining us this morning on CNN News 18. Brinda, if I could just inform our audiences, apart from being an activist, you're also a resident of Bengaluru, capital, of course, of the state in which this controversy has broken out over the weekend. Brinda, could you just bring our audiences, A, your first reaction to these allegations that are being made, but secondly, as someone who studies the topography in Karnataka, could you bring our audiences more information on how deeply entrenched such networks are?
First and foremost, I don't think this is just an inconvenience or a controversy. It is a crime that has been committed as reported by the victim survivors. And we need to start talking about it as the crime until the courts say that it is not a crime. Okay, that said, I think we need to understand that hostels across Karnataka, for that matter across India, require to be monitored correctly. We know that today, especially after the pandemic, a lot of children have not been going to schools because of poverty and other issues that they have been suffering in their families. And so many hostels have taken in a lot of children so that they can continue with their scholastic studies. And that, given the situation in my city and in my state, we need to ask ourselves, especially the administration, what was the due diligence done and why they have not been able to monitor all of it. Now, this is a complaint that has come. We know that Wadanadi and many organizations like Wadanadi are working on human trafficking and protection of children against sexual violence and abuse. And if these children have gone out of that hostel and have been able to come and make a complaint, the first thing the police and the Child Welfare Committee, the Department of Women and Child should have done is an immediate fact-finding to go in to find out how many more other children, how many more other child victim survivors are there. Instead of doing that, the police is still dilly-dallying, whether a POCSO case should be registered or not, arrest made or not, and then you have the ruling dispensation saying that these are false allegations. Now, politicians mustn't enter into this sphere where the state machinery has a job to do. So what are these politicians going around talking that these are false allegations? Why are they so concerned and worried about a hostel run by anybody? They are worried and concerned in this particular case because this happens to be a hostel run by people who follow the Hindu religion. Politicians have been elected by people of all religions. So they must just wait for the state machinery to do its job. Secondly, we want to find out what is the protection extended to these children because the cases are going from Chitradurga now to Mysore. Now they are being transported for safety or whatever purposes to Bangalore. Goes to show that we are not even ready with our administration to extend protection to our children. And we claim that here we are, the administration, the organizations, the NGOs, civil society, that we are there to protect our children. Look how we have been caught, where we are not able to extend protection even to children who come and make a complaint.
Brinda, do stay with us. The points you're making are so important. I do have another important person who's with us right now on the phone, whose opinion I'd like to go over to right now, but do stay with us. We have Sankara Guha from the Congress who's also with us right now. Sir, thank you so much for staying on the phone. I know you were connected with us for a little while there. Sir, I want to understand from you, the Karnataka Murugha Mutt Seer, who is in the focus of our story right now, he gave Diksha to Rahul Gandhi very publicly just a few weeks ago. So the question I want to ask you is, are we likely to hear a statement from Congress leader Rahul Gandhi? He is right now on his Padyatra, but are we likely to hear a statement from him about this entire case?
Good morning to you and all the viewers. This particular case that we are talking is quite a bit of a shock to all of us in the Congress party as well, because the Murugha Mutt is a well-known, established religious place. It is not very often that you see such cases come out of such revered places. As far as the case goes, it is under investigation, so we would not like to comment on that. And going by the history of the Mutt and sort of work that they have done, whether it's education or religion or whatever, whichever religion, such acts are absolutely condemnable. whoever has done that. There is no second thought about that. When the investigation is underway, as a party, we have decided not to comment on this. But we are quite sure that, such things, they will come out clean on this issue.
Sir, but these are very heavy allegations when you're saying that they will come out clean. This is a case lodged by the police. Should it not be taken more seriously?
We don't want to comment.
Okay.
And whoever it is, whether it is this pontiff or somebody else or a layman, this is an absolutely heinous and serious crime or an allegation. So let the investigation. My only request with the state government is, one, allow for a free and fair investigation without any sort of interference. And number two, please extend the scope of this investigation, or at least start screening. There are many places where children are there. Start screening, because safety of children is utmost important.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Important.
So thank you so much for joining us. Brinda Adige, also thank you so much for waiting and bringing us your opinion on this particularly important story.